Next, we've got our watercolor set to try out. I also want to make this a little lighter than it currently is, although I don't want to take away too much of the details because sometimes I feel like I erase the details and then I'm completely lost. I'm like, what was I doing in this area? So yeah, just lighten it a bit, especially with watercolor. They're so transparent, so you really don't want too many lines unless that's the specific look you're going for, of course, then you embrace the lines, of course, but alright, so let's get a nice brush. We're gonna need some water. I've got my paper towel here. Probably don't need a lot, but I always keep just a bottle of water nearby so that I have clean water and I don't always have to go to the sink. So let's see, this is how big it is. Let's see how these mini oh, it comes with its own brush. Should we use that brush, guys? And does this, oh, okay, well I guess you could use this as a palette if you want. Whew, this is so tiny. So tiny. Well, this is kind of handy because this pink is the exact pink that I wanted this butterfly to be. So I mean, that's handy. Let's try something. I'm gonna get my eyedropper tool here and just drop, just to get each color wet. And then hopefully it'll be easier to work with. So there are some white details. I think I'm going to go in on top with my Posca pen because, oof, I don't like this brush. I'm not a fan. Okay. Well, we tried the brush. It was a no-go. But not really that surprised. Also, this paper is not watercolor paper. This is just my sketchbook that I get from the discount section at Michael's. I think it's, I don't know, is it a $10 sketchbook? I don't know. It'll be different in different countries, of course, as well, but when I looked this butterfly up, it almost looks like a, it almost looks like, what's that really common butterfly? A monarch butterfly. It almost looks like a monarch butterfly, but pink. So, I mean, I don't know if there is such a thing or if it was a photoshopped image, but I was liking it, so. And it's basically this exact pink. So, that's one area that, like, Google Images, I wish they had a proper way of, I don't know, like when you search for something that could be real, it's just rare, and then you see it because somebody has photoshopped it, and then you don't know, well, is it actually real or is it photoshopped? You know? So we're gonna let that first layer of pink dry. We'll play around with some of these other colors. Definitely want some yellow and some orange and brown, I guess. I don't love these puck watercolors like even the high quality ones. I don't love them as much as I like watercolor from tubes, or yeah, those are probably my favorite, watercolor from tubes. I also really like gouache. Gouache is like a mix between watercolor and acrylic, and that is probably my favorite medium. I just love the way that it works. Love the way it applies. Love the way it dries. And I honestly haven't watercolored in so long. Probably like a year, which is really sad. But I'm glad that I have this little set to push me to pick it back up, because it is a fun medium, even though I'm not great at it. It's still fun. The thing about watercolor though is I don't prefer pieces that are 100% watercolor, or else I just haven't seen enough of them. But I really enjoy, with watercolor, I really enjoy when it's mixed with either colored pencils, or as us Canadians say, pencil crayons. I like more of a mixed media because I really love the base that you can get with watercolor, like these washes. Like, I just think they're really soft and beautiful. But at least I have a hard time making real defined, I guess, lines of interest, because I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like for me anyway, it's just natural to want to blend this in. I don't want it to dry like that, you know what I mean? You want it to go soft because it's watercolor. So then you do that, and then you've lost your definition, you know what I mean? And again, this paper, because it isn't watercolor paper, it's not going to love getting worked on too much. So as much as I want to do layer after layer after layer to get like the right tones, I'm not going to have that privilege. But I did that to myself. That has nothing to do with the paint. This little paint set is just more so for fun. I think it might be, I mean, I suppose you could use it as a travel set, but I think it's more so just the gimmick of the thing. That is its selling feature. And that's cool too. It's cool to have unique art supplies when you can get your hands on them. This was I found this mushroom online as well. It was a very textured, what do they call these tops of the mushrooms? I don't even know, but it was very textured anyway. So I'm gonna play with that. This one was a very smooth top, but it did have this really nice texture along the seams where the bottom and the top joined. It's quite nice. So I think we will pull that in here. I'm a little bit in a hurry too. I mean, I don't want to make excuses for my bad art, but yeah, definitely a bit in a hurry. Doing a video a day has been it's been fun, and it hasn't been as overwhelming as you might think, but I am somebody who does get overwhelmed quite easily. So for me, it's been like, it's been a bit much, but also fun. So figure that out. This is becoming a very a pink tone image, which I mean, I'm not mad about, but wasn't necessarily the plan either. See, right about now is where I want to pull out some other supplies. So I don't know, I'm debating if I should. I didn't on the other one. I didn't use any other supplies, so I'm sort of feeling like I shouldn't, but at the same time, I want to. This one had like, almost like water droplets, but they weren't water. It was like, I don't know, sap or something. It looked kind of cool, so we'll see if I can translate that effect here. Let's try and give ourselves some base. This green isn't very green, it's very bluey. Now let's use some of this black on our butterfly. I have no idea when my camera stopped recording, so this is where we're at. I'm really liking it, but I do feel like it needs some help. So I will take some close-ups of it now, just some close video so you can see what it looks like now, and then I'm going to add some colored pencils. Then I'm going to add some other supplies, and then we will go from there. Alright, so for you it has been a second, but for me it's been a little bit of time. I'm just going to go in with the white detailing now, and then we will see. I don't usually draw butterflies, so this was kind of fun, just to experiment with like all the different lines in the wings, I guess. It's kind of cool. I like doing studies on specific like animals or species, because you really get to know like the different nuances of their fur and stuff, or in this case wings. Yeah, I think that's pretty neat. And then his body is all sorts of dots. And then I wanted to make some, I guess these aren't going to be as strong as I wanted them to be, but I wanted some like white highlights in these little, I don't know, moisture bubbles. I don't know what to call them. Droplets. Just picking up paint from the excess paint there. Kind of works out nice. Posca pens tend to just kind of just let the paint go without warning. So I don't know if I want to put highlights on the mushrooms. I don't think I will. Yeah, I don't think I will. So I'm going to leave it like this. So this was just a quick, let's put it put it here. I'm going to use this alcohol marker this time for the signature. It's a little bit shakier because just the angle. So this is what we've come up with using this little mini watercolor set, which has been really fun, and I'm happy I did this. This is cool. Let me know if you guys have ever worked with tiny art supplies before and what you thought of them. And also in the comments, let me know which one do you like better, our rainbow, I don't know what we're gonna call her, but the girl, the colorful girl, or the butterfly mushroom scene. Let me know in the comments below which one you liked better. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!